We've had a close dicing for the lead here at Snetterton in the first 5 minutes of this round 10, sorry, of the Ford Fiesta Championship at Snetterton. The red flags are out, and we're about to show you why. Down at Murray's, Rex Nye has rolled his Ford Fiesta. Got a replay of that coming up for you. So here we go then. So Rex Nye is just coming around corner curve now. He goes to the outside as the cars head into Murray's. On the inside of him, comes up on the inside, does the 99 car for Barrett and that just rolls gets a bit of a strange one really. Let's take another look at that in slow motion. It's like possibly the two wheels there make contact. And that just flings the Fiesta over. But we're going to get well, it should be 15 minutes, but we're a bit close to the curfew here at Snetterton, so we'll keep you up to date when the last few laps are like that. We've had a spin. Oh, that Carnage down at Palmer. That was, I think, Curtis Mitchell arriving backwards into the corner. Somebody hit him very heavy. Look at David Edersley, the multiple-time race winner. He went flying off the circuit down there at Palmer. Must have been rather close to the tyre wall down there. Look at that, Nick Barton right up there. He's about 5th or no, about 6th or 7th. He was well down on the original grid because when he retired from race 1, he started 27th on the first grid. He managed to work his way up a bit for this one, but still, that's the most incredible start. He must have avoided all the carnage down there at Palmer. Rather chaotic start to this Ford Fiesta race. One car going very slow there, but we'll look Terry Williams because we expect the race leaders to make their way over to there. We haven't really been able to establish who is leading. Well, I think it's our race 1 winner. That's Andrew Foley. He's been followed by his brother, Matt Foley. He's made a good start. Then in 30, Simon Horrobin. He's another person that managed to avoid the carnage and move up the field. And so they rocket down the Bentley straight. That's Nick Bowers, the championship leader in 4th. There's Lee Napolitano, he's dropped back a bit, he's down to 6th. And there's that Nick Barton car, waits up him. David Edersley down to 9th, but he looks up on the inside here, trying to find a way past. That's the car, Sagir Hussain, another person who's had the most incredible start, avoiding all the carnage down there at Palmer. So into the Rex Nye rolling zone, into Murray's they come then. Top 4 all a bit spread out. Look at this battle for 5th position though. It's very tight there, being led by Nathan Lawley. So we've got Dawn Boyd here with the boot open coming into Murray's. A very dramatic start to this race. There you go then. That's Curtis Mitchell arriving backwards and cars just flying everywhere. I think that's Aaron Trigwell into the back of Mitchell's car. Really quite heavily. That's a fast corner is Palmer. I have no idea how he ended up coming backwards into our shot. Most likely there was contact going into the corner there, but of course we can't see that from our camera position. So leaders then, the top 4 with this big gap because all the action happened behind them. Some horrible with Nick Bowers right attached to the back of him. And right, this is the scrap there. David Edwards. Oh no, more scraps. That's Joe Adams arriving on the grass. 2 wheels on the grass there. The number 5 car of Joe Adams. He's just got Charlie Liddell behind him. He spun in the first section. I think he's got Curtis Mitchell all over the back of him. Charlie Liddell had a spin in the first section. Has to stop the back for this part of the race. Right, leaders then, the 2 Foley brothers. Andrew, he was your winner from race 1. He's 2nd in the championship. He's hunting down Nick Bowers in the championship, who's 4th in the back of this queue of cars. But Matt Foley will want to take his win. It was Andrew's first win in Fiesta racing this morning. And now Matt perhaps will want to get a win, but he's in 2nd at the moment. There then is Hussain, just behind Barton. He got Edersley in there as well. Is that Dan Holland possibly behind them? So a nice queue of cars there. Great scrapping in the Ford Fiesta Championship we've had all weekend here at Snetterton. 2 or 3 wide heading there into Brundle. They all went their way through, I think. But it's our lead because there's 2 ponies. Look at this. We're going to make it 4 to the lead because Simon Horrobin and Nick Bowers are attached themselves to the back of the 2 ponies. And then the Lee Napolitano's come up to 5th ahead of Nathan Lawley. Lots of changes in the mid-pack as well. So here are your leaders. See, it's close here as well. So many battles to concentrate on, especially now with the top 3 now getting away from Bowers. Simon Horrobin, he's had a good lap. He's attaching himself to the 2 Foley brothers. And here comes David Edersley then, up on the inside of Sagir Hussain, but he can't quite do anything about him yet. It is right there though. Nick Barton just in front as well. Here comes Edersley then. He's on the inside for Hamilton, but he has to back out of it. So Hussein, who's not normally a front runner, he's doing an incredible job. Who's out? Who's gone out wide? Was that Hussein possibly? Yes, it was. Just as I was going to say that he's done a brilliant job to hang on ahead of David Leslie. He's not normally a front runner, and Leslie, multiple time winner. I think 4 times he's won this year. And this is round 10. Right, Hussein had it off though. I think it was him anyway. Let's have a look as they come down the Bentley straight into Brundle. There's Nick Barton, yes, David Leslie behind him, and Hussein got Dan Holland, another quick driver who's trying to go around the outside of him there. That person's doing well. That's Curtis Mitchell recovering from his massive spin at Palmer on that first lap of this restart. Now Simon Horrobin really attacking Matt Foley as they turn their way through Murray's. He's right attached to the back bumper of the car in front. Now Nick Barton having to go defensive because down the outside comes David Ellerslie. He can't do anything about it. He's doing a great job. Nick Barton, not really a front runner, managed to hold off for the moment anyway. 4-time race winner David Ellerslie, ex-Formula Ford racer as well was Ellerslie. So here come your leaders then. And we've had a change because Matt Foley's made a mistake. If we leave that being down at Ritchie's, he's dropped to 4th. So Simon Horrobin now. He'll be attacking race 1 winner Andrew Foley as they turn their way through Agostini hairpin. They charge down towards Hamilton, and now attaching himself to the leading pair. Here's your championship leader Nick Bowers. Side by side here. Now Nick Barton has David Ellerslie up on the inside. This is really how Ellerslie managed to take position last time. He looked on the inside of Hussein and Hamilton. He didn't actually overtake him. It's in the overtaking move, but Hussein was a bit under pressure, ran out wide, which allowed Ellerslie through. This time Ellerslie put it up on the inside of Nick Barton and found his way through. So here are your leaders then. Down the Bentley straight in towards the second half of this 10th round of the series. And it's Andrew Foley then, head of Simon Horrobin, who's had a couple of rolls this year. Going well this weekend though. Well down in the championship. Coming into this weekend, he'd only scored 14 points. Certainly improved on that though. And if he continues with this podium spot, more points will be coming his way. Matt Foley attached himself back to the top 3, but Lee Napolitano as well. He finished second in the earlier race. He's closing in on the leading quartet. And we've got Nathan Lawley here in sync, and David Ellerslie, then Nick Barton, and we have Dan Holland who's got ahead of Saki Hussein. Now who was that behind Hussein then? That was Stafford, wasn't it? Who had come into contact with Rex Nye in that first part of the race. Now Simon Horrobin's lost out because up to second come Nick Bowers. The two championship leaders are now first and second in this race here. The second round of the second race this weekend here at Snetterton. We're on the penultimate lap now. It's a big gap Andrew Foley's got to Nick Bowers. So will he be able to hold him off? This is lap 5 of the race. There'll be a 6th lap on this one. Curfew approaches very quickly now. So look out of Williams. There's your leader. Nick Bowers is going to have to watch his mirrors, isn't he? Because Simon Horrobin, Matthew Foley and Lee Napolitano closing in as well. So here they come. Blast past the camera. 51 car then of Nick Bowers. Bowers has only actually took 1 victory this year. He's been so consistent though. Common feature in the top 5 he is. He has been again this weekend. So Nick Bowers, I think, will continue to lead the championship out to Snetterton, but he's going to have Andrew Foley a lot closer to him. So for the penultimate car, they turn their way into Murray's. He's doing a good job to hold off Simon Horrobin. And David Ellerslie now almost onto the back of Nathan Lawley. Will he be able to find a way past him on this onto the final lap of the race? Dan Holland now finds a way past the car of Nick Barton, and Saki Hussein's dropped another place as well, I noticed there. So final lap. I think it's a dead cert that Andrew Foley's going to win this now, barring any mistakes. And I don't think he's really made any this weekend. Great performance from him, but the battle of a second certainly on, because we've actually had to change, haven't we? Simon Horobin up into second. He's got to head the 51 of Bowers, and then we've got Matthew Foley there as well. So down towards Hamilton they go. Don't think Lee Napatard are quite close enough to be challenging them. And behind you can see Ellerslie onto the back of Lawley, but we've got to run this battle of a second because they turn their way through Oggies on this final lap of the 6 laps. And Ellerslie actually already in front of Lawley, so he's going to get 6th. Not the greatest of weekends for him. So they power their way onto the Bentley Straight for the final time this weekend. And there is the number 88, Andrew Foley then. He's going to have a double. Not many people have achieved that this year. David Ellerslie did at the beginning of the year, and Nick Bowers really not defensive because Matt Foley right on his case as they head through Brundle. Then they turn with the right hander at now, so they come back into camera shot, and it's still Bowers in front of Foley then. You can see Dan Holland just ahead of Nick Barton. Then we've got Curtis Mitchell. The Zachary Hussain has got back ahead of Elliot Stafford, who fell behind. So here comes the leader then, and the double race winner this weekend to Andrew Foley, second to Horowitz, third Bowers, fourth and Matthew Foley, then Lee Turner can take 6th, and 7th David Ellerslie, he runs about a bit wide for Murray, that doesn't matter. He's ahead of Nathan Lawley, who have 7th, 8th Daniel Holland, 9th for Nick Barton, 10th should be Curtis Mitchell, but he was disqualified for driving standards. So 10th will be Zachary Hussain ahead of Elliot Stafford. They're leading this long queue of cars. It's Jamie Going. He will finish in 12th.